I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Mesans will be Aquaba at the Bama North TV Sports Channel. So week with you, the week for the Black Stars 2026 World Cup qualifies. And at Simony training or Crash Sports Stadium. Now after my first training session, in Komobibre and Abu Baba, Mohammed Kudus and me and training, Emunchimwaba, Thomas Stepper say Captaincy Bruaha, and also REACTION-22. Details ni nyina de bro ene nsem bika ho emunchiremu na answer na obeti ni nyina wo asom no but modern as obest subscribe to channel no post notification bell no mi aso na de ato all ye nyina like video no mi video no so na wo hwe nko ade a ye like ye ma video we be 300 likes obi an kire ni to me e wo like button no bro be like no asan share to other social media platforms so Facebook and TikTok and now ma Emmanuel TV Sports. Leave your decent comments or comment box no more. Bro yatim the DBF film me presentation yeah. Mema special shout out. Isanse ne o kan ye ho ni apija Black Stars edum pempen so a esefata. Ladies and gentlemen, Mimbun Rem the senior national team the Black Stars of Ghana camp impening force of mofo ene de nenam ehwa paso. Woman almost say my ba into me sign eka. Na Endra after my first training session at Crash Sports Stadium, 9 players 80 training yeno. Mohamed Salisu, Antoine Salom Semenyo, Joseph Luke Wallacott, Omunya some funny moments. Neno ena Salisu Wisa Semenyo, so far OEP on the goals contributions eyahen. And also you media machine 9 goals ama 4 assists. And also Nyame Atoma against Shad Ewa Gropame Ejinaso. Eye Accra Sports Stadium replicate ema no maintenance and kosie na yen hwe kakra na yen fa exciting ones na so ensenka homa wo
Samuel, they say you need to do a vlog. Yeah, that's a vlog for you.
Hi guys, welcome to my vlog. The flyest guy, huh?
We show them the front.
Flyest guy in Monaco.
Yeah,
man.
Bro,
Drip.
fire, bro. I've seen everything, bro. You're fire. Come here. How many goals this season?
9.
How assists? 4. Bro, come on. We need that on Friday for sure. 100%.
Friday.
Come on, guys.
So far so good as our seminar can say 22 players and our reported were camp exclusive say kutamenonom Endra first training session e basono na 10 players and our reported were camp Endra players are na a reported Jojo Wallacott, Lawrence Atizigi, Benjamin Asari, goalkeepers no, and as a goalkeeping departments no, keepers ni na a reported. Sanso and our Twaso Mohammed Salisu, Kamaldeen Sulemana, Gideon Mensah, Antoine Salom Semenyo, Kamaldeen Mahmoud, Razak Simpson, Mohammed Kudus, Omunina, it's me a report here, but Kudus Mohammed went to me and training with the Black Stars, Emunkumunchi Mono, Medebebro CCR. Jerome Opoku, Endra Otitumu, Ewa Ghana ha, Ewa Kutuka International Airport, near camera no a capture no. Alexander Kwabena-Jiku, and also a capture no. NS appear near my a capture no. Inyake Williams, Jerry Fee, Omunina, a players are. Your camera no it's me capture wom Lawrence Ajekum new player wabe replace Elisha Usono on also it's me capture na the bushia for so best no essential no man no me san course ye Jordan Pierre ayu on also a capture no na players we high and capture on so omo e camp Christopher Babonsu new player wetimi aba Abu Francis e Ghana ha me no ka say Thomas Camp-Partey's or Black Stars camp and will be training. Kingsley Schindler so abedu. Sanso and Jonas Ej Ajiti abedu. Na Ebenezer Annan on any player so far. Minya and sports and our Black Stars camp. Na players and so are on second arrival. Yetimi hu omono. Yen hwe kakra with screens ne so. Na exclusives no. Men fen ka ho fema ho.
Spiker! Yaki! Spiker!
No, I went down.
Ziku!
Okay.
Fine, Ziku. Jerome. My guy. Welcome.
Thank you, bro.
Ziku, welcome home.
Thank you, bro.
But you don't follow me.
No. When?
Oh, you told me that you will follow me back on IG, right? I'm waiting for your follow. Ziku.
Miguso ewo Black Stars camp na no Henry Asante Chum wabedi nkomo bebree ewo Sports FM so na nkomo no ebia ho hia ntime pacho tobo asinya daje tena se wo laptop so na wo hwe video na tena baby office na wa na tie ni nyina right from the start of sene okasa aye ekosi ye ni nyina na ne nkomo nchiremu nie Kudus Mohammed dodo na nim die ntia Endra one training with the Black Stars ewo first training session mum Henry Asante Chum say otoado na ena excuse no semedi kan e the footage e bro chese Kudus walande wa Ghana ha with Kamaldeen Sulemana okọ camp e ho na otoado excuse no se Kudus koye de obeye na sign e bra I know say personal reasons some of these things you know at times say utimi resonate with the player na be atimi sign ekosie aside that Thomas Tepate the captain's armband a sign beto dwa say Jordan and the captain team no Henry Asante Chum say one party din komo na party de enya Africa no beka captain's armband ni aho asem ono he's not bothered and fan ho kra ewo dumia de ekoso no de hye trim ene de ode ba ni nyina say obeboa ne man Ghana ama na kopiem 2026 World Cup tournament child for abedu enkomo kakra mpanifo ni players ni so di no mo hu say World Cup ne de sa mundial no ene na the ultimate ewo football munti their paramount objective and our target say some of the Ghana ekokopie mu enkomo no edoso ne bekọ akotie ni nyina players arrival say na Messi so di ama no ono so betimi asanka no wetimi ati ni nyina bi. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy Henry Asante Chum moments with Sporty FM sports journalists.
Wonderful. How are you doing and how is team camp?
We are fine.
Wonderful. Great. Okay. Well, that's good. Yesterday was day one. 9 players out of the 23 were there. There are some people who are concerned that on day one, not even half the number of the expected squad showed up. Is that something that should concern fans and followers of the national team, or these things sometimes happen, you know, where you won't have the full complement on the very first day of a team camp?
Well, thank you, Nathan. This is very common across the world, especially when you have about 95% of your players playing abroad. Unfortunately, we do not control the fixtures, you know, in the various European leagues. So the arrivals largely depend on when the players play. So you'd realize that those who trained yesterday were players who played on Saturday, and those who arrived late are normally players who play on Sunday. So it's very common. We had 3 home-based players who were part of the Ghana Premier League during the weekend. I'm talking about Benjamin Asare, Camaldeen Mamadou, and then Razak Simpson. So the arrangement we made with their clubs was that immediately after their games they should allow them to join the camp. Asari played on Friday, but officially camping opened Sunday night, so he couldn't have come on Saturday. So he reported on Sunday night.
Okay.
Simpson played on Sunday, and then Camaldeen also played on Sunday. And immediately after their games, they all joined the next available flight bus to come to Accra. Gideon played on Saturday. Camaldeen played on Saturday. Salisu was in action on Saturday. So, I mean, basically all those who Antoine had his team playing against Brentford also on Saturday. So all those who played on Saturday arrived Sunday night, which is why they were in training yesterday. And those who played on Sunday arrived yesterday. So it is not a major issue. We have to deal with what is available to us, and that was the original plan.
Okay, Mohamed Kudus played on Saturday, if I remember correctly. He was with the West Ham team that drew at Everton, but I didn't notice. I noticed he was not in training yesterday. Is there a reason why?
Kudus reported to camp. He actually arrived Sunday night with Camaldeen.
Okay.
He reported to camp, and the coach excused him from training yesterday.
Okay. All right. So I guess we'll be seeing a larger complement at today's training session at the Accra Sports Stadium.
Yes. There were massive arrivals last night. All those who played on Sunday arrived last night, including the player who had a late call-up, Lawrence Ejekum. He also arrived last night. Christopher Bonsuba arrived last night. Jerry Efiye arrived last night. Iñaki arrived last night. Jordan arrived last night. Abu Francis arrived last night. And Sunyama arrived last night. Thomas arrived last night. Jerome Opoku arrived last night. Kingsley Shidla arrived last night. Jonas Ajite arrived last night. Alexander Jiku also arrived last night. So we've had a number of players coming in last night, and I'm sure the numbers will go up in today's training. Yes.
Okay, Henry. So I think you've clarified the fact that more bodies will be seen at training today. What do you pick up from the squad? Just seeing players come in, maybe speaking with them in terms of getting things right, because the AFCON qualifiers did not end well, and the expectations are high on this team, especially as at least the World Cup qualifiers started well, and then there was the issue of the AFCON. Now we are resuming the World Cup qualifiers. What's just the general vibe amongst the players, knowing that the expectations are high on them and they need to get these qualifiers right in order that we return to the World Cup in 2026?
Well, there are a number of examples to give. And this team has been through situations like this in times past. I remember when we were going into the playoffs against Nigeria in 2022 in March, after a very disastrous Africa Cup of Nations campaign in Cameroon, where we exited at the group stage. Majority of Ghanaians actually gave up on the team, but regardless of the fact that hopes were lost and Ghanaians didn't believe in the quality of the team or in the strides at that point, we were able to qualify at the expense of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, who showed character, quality, dexterity at the AFCON in Cameroon. So yes, there are loads of stories to tell. These players are very much aware of the expectations. The Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers is behind us. At the moment, we are focused on reaching another height, and is to make it to the next World Cup in 2026 in US, Mexico, and Canada. This is the message that we've been preaching to these players from the time we failed to make it to the AFCON until now. As until yesterday, these players know that they have to make themselves proud. They have to change the narrative. They must rewrite the script. They need to correct their wrongs. And the only way to do that is to show it on the pitch. This is another opportunity for them to restore public confidence. And so against Chad, they must win. Against Madagascar, they must win. If indeed we want to get our campaign back on track, we have to sweat and show desire and hunger, to make it to the World Cup in 2026. I see that on the faces of these players. I have the opportunity of meeting them firsthand from the airport to the team hotel yesterday night, and that is the only thing they discuss aside their individual issues. We've had some of them on record to also mention that the World Cup is the biggest competition in the world, with particular reference to an interview Kudus granted recently in England. And you count the benefits of playing at the World Cup, and he is a shining example. He is where he is today because of the impact he made at the World Cup in 2022 in Qatar. So these players want to make it to the World Cup, We've been badly hit by injuries in the lead up to these games, but I think we still have enough quality to do this job. We are leaving no stone unturned. A lot has been done behind the scenes. I spoke to you the other day, and I mentioned that, until the players arrive, not much is said about preparation. But preparation starts from the day you begin to speak to the players, you engage the players, visit the players, talk to them about a need for us to bounce back and all of that. So we've had these conversations many months ago. And finally the moment is here, and we are hoping that these, behind the scenes conversations and engagements will translate into results on the pitch beginning from Friday.
All right, Henry, hold on. My colleague Kelvin Owusu-Ansah is here, and he wants to ask a question. So the next voice you hear will be Kelvin's voice.
Well, Henry, thank you so much on the clarification of Mohamed Kudus. But does the form of Kudus worry the technical team and the player himself, from what you've seen from his arrival and then involvement with the technical team and everybody in camp?
Oh, Kevin, what I know is that from experience, these things happen. He had an amazing campaign in his debut year in England. You would have expected that this high-level performance would continue. Unfortunately, I think he's not been able to hit the mark this season. But he's a strong lad. I talk to him a lot. I engage him a lot. He's a strong lad. He knows that in football there are ups and downs. Sometimes players go, 2-3 months without scoring. Sometimes performance issues do not go according to plan. But I think he's also not been lucky. At West Ham, he's had different managers within the season. So once you are working under different managers, different approach to games, different tactical plans, different philosophies, sometimes it affects your output on the field. In the AFCON qualifiers, we didn't see much of him, which is a major worry because he's one of our brightest spots. But I think we are working on Kudus. Some of these has to do with psychological. Some of these also have to do with having patience and waiting for the right time. So even though it's quite a concern, I think the technical team are still working on him, and we believe that things will turn around very soon.
All right. What has also been the response of Thomas Partey, since arriving in camp, knowing he's no more the captain of the team?
We're not talking about captaincy issues at all. He arrived late last night. Immediately when he arrived, you have to give them the privacy to go to their rooms and have a good sleep. I haven't had a lengthy discussion with Thomas, but I can say that is not a problem. It's not about individual aspirations. It's about the collective good of the team, and we all have roles to play to contribute to this success. So everything is okay.
All right. Now, Henry, this is a major concern to everyone. We've seen lots of our midfielders injured, and you spoke about the injuries. Elisha also got injured, and Lawrence Ajekom replaces him. Now, looking at the profiling of the players, they seem a bit different, and Thomas Partey seems to be the only, defensive-minded midfielder in the team. Is that a worry of the technical team, and could they have loved to bring in any other defensive-minded players in the middle part of the team for the 2 games that will be played?
Well, when you are going into games, I'm sure you have your game plan even before you start preparing. They have an idea of how the Chadians play, and we've also played against Madagascar 3 times in recent years. So we've got full knowledge of how they also operate as a team, one of the strongest units on the continent at the moment. aggressive play, a lot of long balls, wing play. They always want to win the air balls, take the second balls, and that is the idea we have about Madagascar. And sometimes you need presence in midfield to battle them. It is unfortunate that Elisha, who for me was one of our best players in the AFCON qualifiers, is not available. Not only Elisha, but Ibrahim Sulemana as well, who excelled in the games against Sudan and Angola, as well as Niger in the last 4 games of the AFCON qualifiers, had to pick up an injury and also ruling him out of these games. But like you said, these players are of different profiles. Elisha's profile is completely different from that of Lawrence Ejekum. And once you assemble the team, you have to look at the qualities of the individual players, and that informs your decision as regards tactics and approach. So I think this is what we have at the moment. Having spoken to them, I think the whole of last week I was with the technical team in putting this squad together, while getting ready for the release. Then Tariq Lantis incident happened. Then Majid also had his club calling to inform us that he recently recovered and traveling to Ghana to take part in aggressive training and all of that. The advice will not be good enough for the player, so they want him to get to his level during the international break, which is why he was also left out. So yes, it's unfortunate that we kind of missed our players, some of our regular players at this crucial moment. But I think the technical team will devise means to make good use of the materials available at this point.
All right. Now, Henry, the Black Stars have the public to win over. Ghanaians seem to have lost faith and love and passion for the senior national team. How is the GFA helping them to achieve, this, winning back the love of Ghanaians during this qualification process?
Well, the first thing was for the players to tell their stories, which is why we had a strategy of allowing the players to speak. So you'd realize that in the last few days or few weeks, we've been releasing videos of these players. They are the main actors, and sometimes it is appropriate that they speak. They speak to the media. They speak to the public, through the media. After that, I think that we've also had lots of engagements from traditional rulers to major stakeholders and all of that. The technical team on their own have also had some engagement in the last few days. Now we can only win back the trust of the people through performance, through results. Unfortunately, that is what sports is about. That is what football is about. When the performance is not good, you do not expect the people to cheer you on. So the only way to restore that public confidence and win back the trust and the love is to be positive on the pitch, is to translate all these decisions, actions, engagements, what have you, into results. And beginning from Friday, we have the opportunity to win back the trust of Ghanaians. Beginning from Friday, we have the opportunity to restore public confidence. And we are all committed to it. Yesterday, when the minister visited the team, is one of the things he addressed, telling the players to let go what is past and focus on the future. And the future begins from Friday. We think that we have to win these 2 games against Chad and Madagascar to get our campaign back on track, and then also to restore that public confidence and win the trust of the people.
All right, Henry. Nathan here. Just final question. So
this relay is interesting.
yes. We are just trying to get as much as possible.
It's an interesting relay. Dwayne Chambers and Usain Bolt.
Yes. That's what we are doing this morning. Finally, Henry. So between now and match day, what's the itinerary looking like for the Black Stars? I'm sure the public would want to know, so they can also see when it is they can come and see the Black Stars train and all of that before Friday.
Okay, so today the team will train at the Accra Sports Stadium, just like yesterday. We will train at 5:30. At some point, today's session is also open. Yesterday, when we walked in and I saw the numbers, I said, "Wow, that's quite impressive." We are grateful to Ghanaians, first of all, for believing in the team, even though their beliefs are quite shaky, and it's because of recent results. So today's training is open. The decision of the technical team was to make yesterday and today open to the public. Tomorrow's session is not open. Thursday's session is partially open to the media. The coach will address the media on Thursday.
Okay.
And then the first 15 minutes of the training will be open to the media. The CAF and FIFA revelations, and then after that the media will be excused and the training will continue.
Okay.
So if you are a Ghanaian and you are listening to me at this time and you want to catch a glimpse of the team before the game on Friday, the opportunity is now this evening. You can come to the Accra Sports Stadium and watch the team train, because today's session is open. Tomorrow and Thursday is not open to the public, and we are doing so because Wednesday will be more of tactical and team shaping, same as Thursday, just to get ready for the match on Friday.
All right. Finally, the Chadians are in town. We do know. Have you interacted with them? How are they also getting ready? How comfortable are they? Are there any challenges they faced since arriving in Ghana?
Yes, we are aware that they are in town. I am yet to speak to my colleague from Chad, but I will do so today. We have a team who are working with them. We've always had our national teams department deploy staff of the FA as liaison officers to work with them. We haven't received any report as regards challenges so far, so I should think they are fine. They will also have training sessions today, tomorrow, and then on Thursday they will have their official training at the Accra Sports Stadium at 7 p.m. That is the arrangement for Chad as well.
All right, Henry, thank you so much for giving us a good chunk of your time this morning. Really appreciate it. I'm sure we'll speak again soon before Friday and after the game.
Thanks for having me, Nathan.
All right.
Enjoy the rest of your program.
All right. Take care then, Henry. So that was Henry Asante Chum. He is the communications director of the Ghana Football Association.
Dominic design tam down no edit video we so my video need to me sign kama wa wo de wadwen kire e ba comment box no mo Georgina Isel watch the wadwen ofosu prosper Dortmund sansona dache hene Yankopon ensure medene doso Pastor Leonard Alote onso Yankopon ensure Lembe Wahab Patrick onso de aba Edward Papason so le shitu comment say how do you Malik Grace Amo also the comments about Nicholas Anan Eric Niyama South Africa na Yankopon ensure Merenfi the wire the Amaba no TV Sports channel Debriada how do you Malik Sanso and Muhammad comments about Imam Mokta okay on also the Abba Mame Shedinwe okay Amanoa Ankra also the comments about Francis Aka also comments ewaha Yakubu Mustafa okay Yakubu was Manase Fifi Adoba Also in the comments, area too. I will comment box no more. Until you meet again on this platform, it's still Go Ghana, Go Black Stars. Au revoir.